You're watching CoastLife, and we know that sometimes staying healthy, getting healthy, being healthy, it's not always as easy as you might think. So here to kind of help walk us through some other options that you may have is a woman of many titles with our friends at Beebe Healthcare, Kim Hyatt. Welcome.
Hi,
to our
thank you so much for having me today.
We're happy to have you.
Oh, it's my first time actually being here and being in the Milton area, so thank you for having me.
Welcome. Milton's fantastic.
So tell us a little bit about the bariatric program that you guys have. A lot of people, you know, I think sometimes struggle with weight loss because it's hard. It is a difficult thing to accomplish, and this is sort of a way to kick off that difficult process and make it a little bit easier.
Well, I think just to make people understand what we do at our office, I want to make sure that everyone understands what the word bariatric means. Bariatric just refers to the treatment of weight.
Yes.
So people think they hear bariatric and it just means surgical. Yes, they jump to surgery, but bariatric medicine is non-surgical ways to deal with excess weight.
Even better.
Right. So in our office, which is located in Georgetown, Delaware, we just started the practice in 2021, and we do primary weight loss surgeries there, and we will refer to area partners for medical weight loss. So a lot of what I'd like to help people realize is what is the best option for weight loss. A lot of people, when they come to me, they have tried multiple times to lose weight. They have tried many diets, many shakes, many plans, many exercises. Some have been on medications, and by the time they get to me, they pretty much feel defeated. They've tried everything, and there's a lot of stigma that surrounds excess body weight.
Absolutely.
We live in a society that is very focused on health and appearance and things like that, but at the same time, all of us are gaining weight as a whole at faster rates than we ever have. What's even more troubling is that children's obesity rates are rising just as quickly as adult rates are. Now, in our practice, we do provide bariatric surgery services for anybody between the age of 18 to 69. But we fully understand that surgery is not even appropriate for everybody, and not even everybody wants that. So, you know, that's the field that we're in, but we're just mostly caring about the needs of the patient. If surgery is not the right option, we will get you where you need to be.
That's great to hear.
So, so a lot of people, you know, when you think about gaining weight, you think about, okay, well, if I need to lose this weight, I should probably eat a little bit less, right? I should take in a little bit less, and maybe I should just move a little bit more. Maybe I should exercise just a little bit more. But what we've noticed over time is that's not really the answer for the disease of obesity. We used to think that people who ate a lot and just didn't move around a lot were destined to be overweight. But what we're noticing is we can have people that are in the same family and they have the same upbringing, the same intake, right? They eat the same types of foods, but not everybody is going to gain weight the same way. So we cannot blanket treat obese patients or obese people or obese children with the same approach all the time. What works for one is not necessarily going to work for another.
That's a really good point. I think a lot of people can relate to that in their own families. You know, you maybe look at your sibling and you're like, oh, we're doing the same things, and one's seeing success, the other's not.
And again, you can also feel a little bit of guilt, a little bit of hardship in your own body when you see others around you that, well, they tried this and this worked for them. Why isn't this working? And we often are trying to search for the next best fix or whatever is going to get the weight off the fastest. But really, what matters? How quickly you lose it, or if you can maintain the loss once you're there? That's really the primary focus of why we're so passionate about surgery. Now, while surgery is not right for everybody, it is the longest lasting treatment option for the disease of obesity. So we can kind of bring those weight numbers down, and with it bring down other conditions that are associated with excess weight at the same time. So we can then go ahead and add years of life to our patients' lives, and it really has nothing to do with just the pounds. It has to do with the quality of life and how many, you know, quality years we're adding to the patient's life.
For sure, because there really are a lot of other diseases and conditions that get associated with obesity. I mean, certain cancer risks, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart issues. There's so much that can hurt, like you said, that quality of life down the road. So people do often tend to look for sort of fast fixes along the way, a lot of diets that may or may not work. I mean, there's a lot of diets out there that feel like they really probably are just trying to get your money.
That's right. And that's one of the things that I say to my patients is, if you enter into any plan and that plan, program, pill, or shake is just after your money, your health is not the primary focus of that. You know, so that probably isn't going to be your long-lasting answer.
If there is someone watching right now that wants to take that next step, and maybe they have tried all the different diets and things, could you tell us some things you've heard diet-wise, fad-wise, that you kind of want to debunk or tell us to steer away from?
Sure. So the decrease portion, increase activity thing, right? So calories in, calories out, that is going to lead to some weight loss. But remember, I'm not in the market of weight loss. I'm in the market of weight management, right?
Yes.
Any single plan on the planet is designed to work in some capacity. So I can't really, you know, put my name and dollar behind any certain one because it will induce weight loss. But portion control isn't always the answer because think about it, portion control doesn't really necessarily mean that the patient or person is going to get full, stay full. And then what's going to happen? If you can't calm hunger and you can't calm cravings, how long until the rubber band snaps and you let go? That's not what we're in it for, right? So I always talk about quality of nutrients versus quantity. So that's one thing I will get behind. Other things that I don't necessarily, you know, subscribe to are eliminating whole types of foods.
Yes, thank you.
Whole types of foods, and I love to talk to my patients a lot about marketing things. So not necessarily a plan that's on the market, but when you look at products in the store. So I always tell them, listen, marketing is on the front. That's the attractant to what you're buying. It has nothing to do with the actual nutritional quality of what you're getting ready to ingest. So the front, irrelevant. Turn it over. What's on the back? Does it fit into the plan that you've been given?
Good to
Yes,
know.
yes. Oh, what the,
I always talk about that with my patients.
What marketing companies can get away with sometimes. It's,
I agree.
Right, it's devastating because like we don't know how to navigate that.
That's exactly true. So then when you go in, and this even happens in, you know, in my patient population, if I give them a certain plan, they hear me, they take what I'm saying, they're ready to make the change, and then they go find the foods that fit that plan. And sometimes that means falling into the pit, right, of a certain product that is marketed to meet their needs, but it doesn't always. So nutrition's on the back, marketing is on the front, and then we move on. What I mostly will get behind is, you know, the less processed a food is, the better it's going to be. The more times that product or food has been touched to make it shelf stable, the less nutrient dense it tends to be. And that's something that pretty much everybody can live by.
And it's so hard.
I know this one.
I know, I'm so bad with the processed foods. That's been my goal recently, is to try to cut back on that. And there's a couple certain foods that I keep going back to.
And it's hard because cravings are a thing. Hunger is a thing, and that's why overall restriction is not a thing. And you cannot exercise away necessarily, a poor diet, right?
Well, Kim, thank you so much. This has been so informative, and I know you've got more information for folks who, you know, may still be on the fence about whether or not this is a good fit for them. So what more, a little bit more could you give us?
So specifically with our program, we get a lot of people that are on the fence about, is surgery right for me? That's so extreme. I don't know if I really want to do that. So our program, we currently have 2 surgeons. We have Dr. Tariq Waked, who is our medical director, and we have Dr. Christopher Maneri, who joined us about 2 years ago as his partner. So we offer free seminars to patients who are interested in learning more without any you know, rope into the program unless they decide to move forward. So this is an information session, and like I mentioned before, we operate on ages 18 to 69, and so basically that's a PowerPoint presentation that's actually given by the doctor.
Great.
So they have a touch point with the physician before they are ever seen in an exam room.
That's great. Awesome. So if someone's interested in doing this free session, then should they just go to Beebe website? Is there somewhere specific they should look to learn the?
They can. So we are, like I said, located in Georgetown. It's Beebe Center for Weight Loss Surgery. We are listed on the main Beebe website. We also have our own website, and it is just a cold call into the office. Your doctor can refer you as well. So no matter what, I would be the dietitian that the patient sees after surgery, before and after surgery, and I'm the one that holds all the surgical classes and support groups that they will be in to help guide them through the whole process.
Oh, great. I think it's going to make people feel really comfortable. You're hearing her now, and you can see her later if you're interested in this process.
Yes, and we always love talking to our friends with Beebe Healthcare because you guys are so informative, and there's such a focus, I think, on keeping the patient educated as well. So this sounds like the right option for you. Make sure you check it out. But don't go anywhere because we have more CoastLife coming your way.
This segment of CoastLife was brought to you by Beebe Healthcare.